Just how far can good manners take you?
Please, please,
Can't
please.
get you onto this flight.
Please try and get me onto it.
Can't get you onto this flight.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze on a far-flung holiday, come fly with me, let's fly away.
The new £40 million terminal has recently opened at Luton Airport. Not everyone is impressed.
I've been sitting down in the cafe watching for hours, and it just said check-in open, no sign of boarding. Please, can you get me on it?
You checked in on it, though, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you've checked in on it.
Yeah, but I can't get onto it now, can I?
No, but looks like they've offloaded again because you're not in the system anymore.
But why didn't they put boarding up? I've been standing there looking at the screen for half an hour.
Yeah, I told you to go straight through to domestic departures.
But you said look at the screen. You said, I thought that was domestic departures.
You said look at the screen. I said go straight through to departures.
But I thought that was domestic. I didn't
the
know.
last one to check in.
I was here at 12 o'clock. I thought that was domestic departures. I didn't know where it was. I've never been here before. I just sat there looking at the thing, thinking, oh, it must be delayed. Please get me onto it.
I can't get onto you now. That's gone.
I just don't believe it. But why didn't they put boarding on it? Oh my God. I want a business meeting in Glasgow.
Susie Watson is opening her own art gallery in Notting Hill. In just 2 hours' time, she's due to meet some promising new artists in Glasgow.
It must still be on the runway.
They've already offloaded you off the seat.
Please try and get me onto it. Please, please, please.
Onto this flight.
Please try and get me onto it.
Can't get you onto this flight.
But why not? They must be out there still.
As far as I'm aware, this aircraft's actually gone.
Well, shall I go through and see?
You won't be able to get through to departures now.
But it's your fault because it wasn't on the screen.
I don't know why it wasn't actually on the screen through there, but when you checked in, I told you to go through to domestic
But
departures.
I thought that was domestic. I didn't know where domestic departures was. I thought you meant just the lounge where you wait and watch your boarding thing, like you do in any other airport. Please just give me the thing back, so at least I've got evidence that I had it.
Departures have removed you from the system.
I know,
but this now because it's
but you haven't listed it. I've already got it. I've just given it back to you.
Yeah, I would have asked you it back straight away anyway.
But you didn't know where I was. I don't know what to do. It just didn't come up. I've been sitting there watching it for half an hour. He doesn't give a damn.
Being an airline pilot is a demanding job. It's a role traditionally dominated by men, but women are gradually breaking through. 24-year-old Liverpudlian Georgie Hobbs has just landed a job at Easyjet. The airline has 260 pilots. Georgie will be one of only 10 women among them.
If I fly with a captain for the first time, I know that the first thing he's thinking about probably is the fact that I'm a girl. Whereas with every other first officer he's ever flown with, it's, how he's flying. So you always have to get over that initial hurdle before he actually realises that you're actually good at flying an aeroplane.
Here's the materials you've got. If there's something that you can't find that you think you really, really need, ask me, because you never know what I could turn up.
It's Georgie's first day. But it's not her flying skills that are being tested.
Just dip it out. Just dip it out.
The new pilots have to make a cardboard model representing what Easyjet means to them.
I've come from Debonair, and they went bust, and I was with them for 2 years. And it was a similar type of idea. That was my first airline that I worked for, and it was a small airline, and I was with them as they grew. And rather than start off and you're a small fish in a big pond, I'd rather be, hopefully, a big fish in a small pond.
Yeah, departures that way, isn't there?
So
Susie has tried to find a more sympathetic ear. Instead, she's found Jane Bolton.
You didn't go through to departures, no?
No, because I didn't know that I thought that's where you waited and looked at the screen to find out what gate you were.
No, because I was actually sitting with him when he told you to go straight through to departures. You have to go right through, you have to go through passport control and everything.
I didn't know that.
The next
why would I
flight
not
now-
go?
Well,
I thought.
it's up to you.
But I promise you, I had a really urgent
Yeah, no, but
meeting.
obviously we can't fault you from a coffee shop, so...
No, but I sat there looking at the screen, waiting for it to say
Yeah,
what
no, we
gate.
did actually say you needed to go straight through to domestic departures.
Well, I
So,
didn't know
but,
where that
that's
was.
neither here nor there now. You didn't go, so...
But I didn't know where that was.
Well,
he just said
you're
over
not there and the flight's gone. So what we've got to do now is all my flights to Glasgow are
But
fully
what
booked.
happened was the screen didn't say that it was boarding.
It won't do because this is check-in. You have to go through to departures where it'll tell you where it's boarding. Right, let me see what I can do for you.
I mean, all I wanted to do was get on the plane. I promise you.
Yeah, but I mean, we can't get you on that now because it's already been up in the air for nearly an hour.
But But I do think they ought to say to you, look, you have to go right through to departure.
Wait, I mean, I was sitting there when he did say to you have to go through to domestic departures.
But I didn't know what that was. How do I know?
With all due respect, that's his Bewley's coffee shop, not domestic departures.
But it has the departure thing above it.
This big arrow there saying departures. You just have to keep following the arrow to departures, and then everybody, when you go through departures,
if I'd understood, what I'm saying is you really ought to make sure people do understand fully, because that screen up there...
With all due respect, 138 passengers got on that flight this morning that haven't been here before either. So, I mean, apart from walk everybody else through and tell you where it is, there's not a lot else we can do.
Well, I agree. I'm incredibly thick.
So, well, I'm not saying that at all.
But, you know, there was a board, and it did mention the Glasgow flight, and it kept going over, so I just assumed it was...
Unfortunately not, no. So now, I'm just trying to find out if I've got anybody else on standby, because obviously we need to get you to Glasgow. We can always change to one coming back to tomorrow morning if you want. I would think so, yeah. Yeah, I would think so.
Susie has finally accepted that the plane's gone. Now she'll go on standby for the next Glasgow flight.
Well, she's on standby. Couldn't tell you, depends if everyone turns up or not. But a coffee shop does not look like departures, I'm sorry.
Missing a flight is just one of the worst things that can ever happen to you. You know, it can be really seriously awful for people, and so I think they ought to really care that they do try and get people on flights. And I also think they ought to put it out once on a tannoy. If somebody's missing, when they've already checked into the airport, they must know something's gone wrong, because they wouldn't be sitting there, you know, for the sake of it.
OK, do you have anything in your possessions given to you by anybody? No. Anybody approach you today to carry anything for them at all?
Check-in assistant Katrina Leader is about to face some tough questions herself from a very reluctant passenger.
Safe is it safe? Of course it is. It's a very small one. It's a Boeing 737, which is a 149-seater.
But this is the airplane who crashed twice, no?
Do what, sorry?
The airplane who crashed twice, no?
No, it hasn't crashed twice.
I'm scared of this airplane.
It's fine, honestly. Honestly, fine.
Because I don't know, I never flew with this Easyjet, so it doesn't seem to me like it's a safe airplane.
It is a safe airplane. It is, I promise. Do you want us to board you first? Are you a nervous flyer? Or
Yeah, very.
do you want us to board you first? And you get on the plane first and you can sit? Yeah?
But I can sit with my friend?
Of course you can. You all board together. Okay, all right.
You've got to stay walking on the corner.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye. She's just come back and said she's realised she's really nervous. But I think that's because it's a budget airline. She wanted to know whether the captains are properly trained. Are they? Yes, they are.
At 24, Georgie will be one of Easyjet's youngest pilots. But she's been flying since she was 15. She qualified for her private pilot's licence on her 17th birthday.
I couldn't get any time off school, so I had to go really early in the morning. My mum didn't want to know I was doing it, but I didn't tell my dad either, but he knew that I'd always do it on my 17th birthday, because obviously I wanted to do it as soon as possible. So he actually came to the airport, and when I landed, he and walked back into the flying club. He was there, and he'd watched it from control tower and everything, and he drove me back to school. I was at boarding school at the time, and I ran into my lesson, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm like 10 minutes late. And they were like, where have you been? And I actually didn't say anything, because it was just far too embarrassing.
Qualifying as a first officer for Easyjet will be a stern test of Georgie's ability and determination. As a young pilot, she's under added pressure to prove herself.
You are going to be nervous if there's a captain who's been flying the 737 for 25 years, and I've been flying it for a week. And, you know, because I want to obviously show him that I've got the ability to be able to be very good.
The whole country has been shrouded in a thick fog. Worst hit of all seems to be Luton. With visibility down to 50 metres, the runway is closed. Nothing can take off or land.
Luton gets its fair share of fog, but this is the worst I've ever experienced. And I think in 25 odd years of flying, I've never been delayed so long getting airborne, so it is fairly unusual this morning, but it does happen, unfortunately, so today is the day.
In the departure lounge, hundreds of stranded passengers are resigning themselves to a long wait. They have no idea when they'll be able to fly. 200 miles away at Liverpool Airport, 2 passengers are late for their flight to Luton.
Yeah.
The good news is they're in time.
Skin of the teeth job, that wasn't it?
The bad news is the flight's indefinitely delayed because of Luton's fog. This passenger's trying to get to Finland.
I've got a real problem. I've got a connecting flight to Helsinki. Right. I'm going to be at Luton an hour late. and I'm not going to make my flight.
Right, OK. Is there any possible way that you could transfer tomorrow or not?
No, I've got to make that flight. I've got a meeting in Helsinki at 8 o'clock this evening.
Right, OK.
Unfortunately, all we can say is, you know, if you want to offload off the flight, and we will give you a refund after an hour. You know, it's being delayed at 10 to 8.
And we had a family birthday yesterday, so I decided I would fly this morning, even though the schedule was quite tight. And now I'm sorry I didn't fly yesterday, but I enjoyed the birthday.
So it's returned today at 18:25.
At the sales desk, Lian Chung is trying to cope with a flood of refund requests. The Luton flight should have left an hour ago, and businessman Ian Lawrence wants his money back.
I'm going to drive. Can I have a...
Yeah, the flight's been delayed. It's just that should have gone at 10 to 7, and it's now 10 to 8, and I've got a meeting at 10:30 at Luton. So I want to drive it. Should have done it in the first place. Well, I might not be late, who knows? I might be lucky. It depends how quickly my bags come out. Fortunately, she said I'd forgotten I had bags here. I'd just driven off without them. I'd have got there with no clothes to wear.
Hiya. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Katrina's been lucky enough to avoid the chaos at Luton Airport today. She's booked into the hairdresser with husband Julian for a very special appointment. She's decided to get hair extensions.
I'm a long hair person. I've lost my hair twice now through cancer, and each time my hair was at a long length. I believe my confidence is building back up again now. I just feel I'm at a stage where, I would like to click my fingers and be the Katrina I was 2 years ago. I know it's not going to happen, but I feel these extensions may be, a way nearer to that point.
I think she looks great, short or long, to be honest. Even with no hair, she looked great. I always called her a little gremlin. She always will be. But no, I don't mind. It'd be good. Nice to see the end result.
But they both have a long day ahead of them. 500 separate strands of hair will be glued onto Katrina's own hair, a painstaking process that takes over 6 hours.
Wow.
First one's in.
Jerry. I wish I hadn't come in because they're all delayed now because of the fog here. These bags, there you go.
Thank you very much.
They're yours, yeah.
The pressure is on for Ian. He's due at his meeting in 2.5 hours, and it's a 200-mile drive away.
Had enough today. Bye, thank you, merci.
Inside the terminal, it's turning into the day from hell for Jane, dealing with the chaos of indefinite delays on every flight.
Sales desk. No, love, we've got about 15, 20 people waiting still.
They had 40 spare seats, and they faffed about so much that 9 of us who wanted to go on that earlier flight couldn't get on.
These two sisters want to change onto the earlier flight to Edinburgh that hasn't left yet.
Hang on, we checked in at 10 o'clock. But we could have got a refund on the flight we were booked on and bought a ticket. We had so much time. Bought a ticket for the 8:25 that was delayed. That's the galling.
The flight was closed before you turned up.
So why did your colleague tell me?
I don't know. I'll talk about
Yeah, when she's finished typing, do have a chat about that, because you did actually say to me that we would get on the early flight if there were seats. Remember, I checked when you were over the back there.
I'm sorry,
yes,
no, I didn't.
Because I said to you,
I said the check-in was closed. We couldn't get you on it.
No, I said
yes, I did.
She came back to tell me. Oh, that's all right.
Well,
we're going to go on the end. It was you.
I couldn't get you on the
flight.
flight.
There's not another lady with stripy hair like you. I'm afraid.
I would have given you a boarding card and checked you in if I could have got you on it.
And I said, no, the 8:25 hasn't left. When it comes in,
no, if I could have got you on it, I would have checked you in at the time.
No. There's no point in... Yes, we'll agree to...
I wouldn't expect someone on a flight and not check them in. Good grief.
If they'd have just given us more information, we could have possibly got onto it, but they don't seem to be interested to fill up the plane and keep passengers happy. So next time, Heathrow.
I would never turn around to anyone and say, yeah, I'll get you on the flight and then walk away, which I thought was really bizarre. Anyway, she said, there's only one person who's airport with stripy hair, obviously meaning myself. Bothered. Not.
It's also a whiteout in the Austrian ski resort of St Anton, but pilot Georgie Hobbs doesn't mind.
I almost wished I wasn't coming away, because I really wanted to just get on with it, just to continue, make sure it all ran smoothly and go straight onto line training. But now, as soon as I came away, I know, obviously I'm glad to be here.
Woo! Alex, help me!
I do find it relaxing, because when you go to bed, you don't half sleep. So it's...
But the holiday will soon be over for Georgie. Next week, she starts her training flights. It'll be her first time in the cockpit for 6 months. At Liverpool Airport, the Luton flight is boarding. If the plane leaves soon, Annette Johnson can still get a later connection to Helsinki and be in time for her meeting.
Oh, no way, this fella wants to go. Not, you know, this fella that we just offloaded, and we put him back on it.
As he was leaving, Ian Lawrence heard the flight was now boarding and decided to go back to plan A.
Now, but you won't have no stickers, you know what I mean? OK, all right, bye. Yeah.
Oh, well, it passed the time.
Ian is finally boarding the plane to Luton, but his troubles aren't over yet.
They've got about 100 metres at the moment, and it's up and down around 100 metres, which means that we can't actually commence an approach. So we're stuck here until it improves, I'm afraid. So we're all hot to trot, ready to go. Once it does improve down there, then we'll be on our way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're actually still waiting for the runway visibility to improve at Luton. And unfortunately, it's not showing any signs of doing so at the moment. The latest visibility we've got there is 75 metres. Apparently that's the best it's been all morning. As soon as it shows any signs of being available for us for landing, we'll be taking off from Liverpool. Thank you.
I wish I'd gone in the car now.
I should have just walked slowly and taken my time. But I didn't know it was going to be delayed this long.
They're just going to hold for a second because they're going to looks like they're going to have to go to Stansted first, try that out, because the Luton's still down at the moment.
This doesn't go to Stansted, does it?
I can't get a direct flight from Stansted. I've got to go to Heathrow to Helsinki.
If we were diverted to Stansted, it'd be an expensive taxi ride to Luton to get there for 10:30. But evidently there's two fellas at Luton Airport standing 200 metres apart with a tape measure, and only when they can see one another can we leave.
It's also slow progress at the hairdressers, but Katrina's very pleased with the results so far.
I feel confident already. I just love long hair on me. I don't care if it's not my own. As soon as I put the first strand in my hair, to me that was my hair. I didn't believe it's anyone else's.
Lately, she has another reason to be confident.
2 weeks ago, I went for a scan to see if my cancer's returned, just a normal routine scan. I must admit, I wasn't very nervous about this, you know, quite worried because it's the first scan I've had where I've had to wait 6 months. Usually I was having every 3 months. It's my first one I had like after 6 months, but everything's all right, so like, I'm really obviously happy.
Back in Luton, the fog is finally lifting. Planes are starting to move, and the runway has reopened. But there's a new problem. Dozens of incoming passengers have missed their connecting flights and are now stuck at Luton.
If you'd held that flight for 20 minutes, none of this would have occurred.
Your representatives at Glasgow Airport assured me that this flight would not be leaving until we got here.
Otherwise, we'd never have started off.
Now, I wouldn't have left Glasgow if I thought I was going to find myself in this position.
The only way these people can get to Palma today is to buy a ticket on another airline.
Well, unfortunately, you have to pay and get your receipts and then claim it back through the customer service.
What if we don't have £269 right now?
To get to Palma, then we've come in your flight because of a more reasonable.
You have to wait for Saturday to, or go on a standby. Wait for tomorrow's flight to see if there's any people no show.
Keeping us overnight?
No.
You're not keeping us overnight? You're not doing anything? We do. Responsibility on nil. We're not interested. Just disgusting.
Glasgow, beautiful place, told everybody. Yes, check in for your flights, it's fine because Luton are going to hold your flights for you. No, it's halfway there already. It's very awkward, it's very embarrassing.
Up in Liverpool, the passengers are pleased to discover the flight is back on track to Luton.
We're planning to go to Luton at the moment, that's what the captain's just said. Maybe if we up in the air and it's busy or whatnot, we might end up going to Stansted, but that's the plan at the moment. So hopefully we should be there. And then back again, and then back there again.
Katrina's long day in the hairdresser's chair is also over. But she wants to wait for the finishing touches before she sees the result herself.
That looks really good. I think you'll be pleased.
But Jane has nothing to smile about. The fog may have gone, but the problems remain.
Adrian and I have been behind that sales desk since 6 this morning without a break, and it's just been screaming and shouting all day. I've got a headache, tense, nervous headache. Next person that comes and shouts at me, I'm going to punch them. No, I won't really. I'll probably end up crying.
But I don't understand why I have to accept something that you could very easily put us on if you wanted to. The seats are there. We are here. There is plenty of time. I have been on flights before that were delayed. I could be let on 10 minutes before the flight was leaving.
This lady can't hear me. That's your old one.
The aircraft is sitting there on the tarmac. The man cannot be bothered to change a piece of paper.
This passenger's connecting flight to Malaga is delayed and not due to depart for another hour. But the flight has closed.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to talk to the flight.
You're not able to talk to the flight dispatcher now.
I don't want to talk to the flight dispatcher if you cannot persuade him. But I would like to talk to the supervisor.
You will not be able to talk to the flight supervisor now.
There must be
you have to
something.
accept that you're not going to get onto that flight today. If you could have been able to get onto it, you'd be there now.
And Helen,
you
yeah?
can't. You're going to have to accept it.
People will be expecting us in Malaga. They have driven in from the countryside to find us. They will not find us. I've tried to phone them. There's no way I can contact them. It's just very bad service.
It's 6 p.m. and Jane's 12-hour shift is almost over. For the passengers, the knock-on effects of the fog will continue into the night.
I think the scruff is more on site.
How can I go? Wow.
Try it. Just play around with it. Just play around with it. How does it feel?
Like hair?
The result is just what Katrina wished for.
I love the length and everything, you know.
Okay.
But she'll have to wear it tied up for work.
It's really simple. Just put it in like that.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be so short. Look at it.